What is going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Mike Roach Podcast, where I talk everything politics, sports, culture, and beyond. Now, on this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Raptors and the state of the team. Now, I'm not going to go completely in depth in regards to their roster. I will talk about how I feel about the core pieces of this team. And then as the days go on, I will expand as the Raptors are about to start Summer League. And then we'll touch a bit more on the bench players and the young players for the Toronto Raptors. But before I get into all of this, folks, I must say I'm happy to be back on the microphone. Okay, so damn it, I'm going to drop the bomb for myself for being back. Very happy about that. And, it's been a while. It's been a while. The last episode I did on this page, at least, was with my guy, Alvin Williams. Some of you guys might have seen that episode, very deep episode. If you haven't already seen that, make sure you go to my page and check out myself and Boogie Williams, okay? The one former Toronto Raptor, Alvin Williams. Very good episode if you haven't seen it. That was the last episode I did, and that was about a month ago or like 5 weeks ago or something like that, but it was a long time ago. And it's been a while. It's been a while. And so sometimes you get fatigued when you're on social media a lot. I know I personally do. And not only for that, I'm working a day job. Sometimes I'm working an evening job, mostly when the Raptors start, but sometimes in the off season as well. I went to work in Alberta for a little bit for the G7 summit. I came back and continued my day job. And I got kids and I'm doing this and I'm getting that. Not to make excuses or getting sidetracked or anything like that, but it did feel good to take a little time away from the microphone and to the camera. But because this is something I love, it pulls me back all the time. You always see your boy Mike Roach get back on the microphone, get back on the horse, and start over again. And so the part that was easier for me is that you guys already know. Before last year, I never had a YouTube page. Everything was always on Apple and Spotify, and then I would cut clips. But it's kind of great to already have the foundation in place on YouTube so I could kind of just hop back on here and start going again. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And to be completely honest with you, at the same time, I've been wondering, like, what kind of content do I actually want to make? And I'm always, my base is always going to be sports because I love sports. And I'll talk a little politics still, and I'll talk culture and stuff like that. But I do want to make videos to encourage people and make people feel good, especially when the time that we're living in, people are struggling so much in so many different aspects of life. And I want to touch on videos a lot about life and experiences and maybe how I can help with some of the experiences that I've had in a variety and a multitude of ways. Okay, folks, so you're going to see a lot of different content that I'm going to make that's going to be coming at you, and I hope you enjoy. It's about being consistent. I've been around for a long time doing podcasts, but now it's about being consistent on YouTube, and I want to make a better effort giving you content, especially when people are messaging me saying, where am I? They want to hear me. And sometimes I think, why do people actually want to listen to me? So I got to give myself a little bit more grace and a little bit more credit and just try to do the best videos I can, putting out value to help people. It's not all just about views for me. If it was, trust me, I would have been done a long time ago. It is not. It's about helping people, giving people good information, giving good content, and I enjoy it. So it works all around. All right. So first of all, folks, I want to get into the Toronto Raptors roster a bit. From their main pieces, I'm going to start. I'm going to say their main core, their main 5 pieces. And I saw the tribute today also by Masai Ujiri. That's going to be a separate topic because there's a lot that I can say just on that topic by itself. Just by itself. So that's going to be a separate topic. But I remember seeing and hearing some stuff from Bill Simmons and Kendrick Perkins. We're going at it, talking about this Toronto Raptors team and how Kendrick Perkins believes that the Toronto Raptors are going to be a top 6 team in the Eastern Conference this upcoming season. And you know what? He could be possibly right. I can see that. Like, we know Cleveland is going to be there. Boston is going to be there. The Knicks are going to be there. And Boston, you're not even sure 100% if they're going to really. I mean, you lost Drew Holiday. Porzingis is gone. Tatum's gone for the season. We don't know what the Celtics are going to look like. They're still going to be a good team. But we don't know exactly what the Celtics are going to look like here. The Indiana Pacers, Halliburton's not there. And so I still do believe that they have the depth and really good pieces to be a strong team in the Eastern Conference. But Halliburton's a stud. And we know what he can do and how he can close games, right? He's a damn good player. And so we're unsure now about what it's looking like in regards to the Indiana Pacers. The Bucks are going to be around. Detroit has gotten better. How good they're going to be, I don't know. Orlando is going to be better. The Miami Heat today, in case you didn't know, folks, and you haven't been paying attention, the Miami Heat traded for Norman Powell today, damn it. Okay, that's a nice pickup right there. I like that. But I don't know how good the Miami Heat are going to be. The Atlanta Hawks got better. I think they got Kennard, if I'm not mistaken. They got Alexander Walker. Shout out to him. They got Porzingis as well. They got some nice pieces over there. But with that being said, let's talk about our Raptors for a second, because Emmanuel Quickley, Brandon Ingram, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl. Now, to me, that's a nice lineup right there. I mean, Emmanuel Quickley, and let me remind you guys of something, because I said this. In case you didn't hear me on Pensare Basketball with my boy Rob, go listen to his podcast. We were talking about this. And just go to his page overall, period. I'm going to leave a link in the description. If you guys want to hear some in-depth Raptors basketball talk, he's the guy to go to. He's very in-depth. He has some long shows, great content. Go to the page, check it out. I'll leave a link in the description. But don't judge the Toronto Raptors by what you saw last season. I've made that clear a bunch of times. You don't want to do that. They were trying to lose. Newsflash. They were trying to lose. And I was talking about Emmanuel Quickley. Emmanuel Quickley didn't do anything last season, damn it, because he didn't play. He didn't play. He barely did anything last season. He played 33 games last season. 33 games. Do not judge this man by what you saw last season. Wasn't healthy, and he wasn't in the lineup. Now, RJ Barrett, to me, looked pretty decent last season. And people are talking about trade RJ. The hell do you want to trade RJ for? I don't want to trade RJ Barrett. I liked RJ Barrett. He only played 58 games as well. Another guy who wasn't in the lineup. 21 points per game, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 46.8% from the field. Listen, I like RJ Barrett overall. Does he need to improve? Which player doesn't? I liked him last year because he did improve. He can make plays. He can rebound. I think he can be a little selfish at times, but he can work on that. He was better going to his right hand. But Barrett's tough. He's physical. He's a dog. He has an arsenal. Defensively, he needs to get better a little bit, in my opinion. But from an offensive standpoint, I really like his game. Defensively, can get better, but I think he could be a pretty decent defensive player. You're looking at Brandon Ingram, didn't play at all last season for us. Brandon Ingram is a hell of a player. And a lot of the time, I think people forget. Forget because when you haven't seen a player for a certain amount of time, it's you forget the skill level, the talent that a guy like Brandon Ingram has. Last season, how many games does he play? He plays 18 games last season. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 46.5% from the field. I hope my numbers are right. This shows, regular season, 18 games played, 33 minutes, 37.4% from three-point range, 85.5% from the free throw line. Okay, Brandon Ingram is about what? 6'8", 6'9", long, lanky, offensive arsenal, really, really good stuff, good footwork, can get to the rack, can pull up from three, can pull up from mid-range, can put the ball on the floor. This is going to be a big lineup that the Raptors have here in this starting unit. A very big lineup. Ingram, Barrett, Scotty, Pirtle. It's going to be really nice to see all of these guys together because they're all an offensive threat. Aside from Jakob Pirtle. And even when you break that defense down and give it to him on the baseline, in the dunker spot, anywhere close to around the rim, he has a nice little push shot, not necessarily a jump hook, but he can finish with layups. He can finish hard at the basket as well, two-hand dunks, flush, whatever you want to call it. But Jakob Pirtle has good hands, good feet. He's good around the basket, and he's tough. He can defend, okay? Scotty Barnes. Scotty Barnes he's a hell of a player. Don't judge him by what you saw last season. 19, 7, and almost 6 assists per game on 44.6% shooting. He played 65 games last season, almost 33 minutes a game, 75% from the free throw line. Not doing too well from three-point range. Trust me, he will be better this season. He will be. A block, a steal. Scotty is one of those guys who's going to be really good when he has better players around him. So when you see Quickly and Barrett, and now you have Brandon Ingram around him as well, trust me, you're going to see Scotty's game come out more. And the great part about Scotty is that he's so unselfish with the way that he plays. And I find that he became a better leader last year. He didn't complain as much. He wasn't going in on the refs as much. He was kind of focusing more on the game and his play. A guy that I know, Chris Boucher, hoping he's back, by the way, on the Toronto Raptors team for this upcoming season, absolutely says so many great things about Scotty Barnes. And it seems like the core group that we have right now all seem to like each other. They seem like they want to work with each other. And also, Darko Rajakovic, I'm going to drop a bomb for him because I think he was one of the best parts of the Raptors organization last year in just regards to keeping these guys together, getting them to fight with one another, getting them to have each other's back. And I just like his character. I like his character. I think he's a good coach. I think him and his staff did a really good job last year as well. But with that being said, we still want to see improvement, right? We want to see them build. We want to see them get better. We want to see the young players get better as well. And I mentioned to you that we'll get a bit more in depth on them on another show. But overall, I just think that there's no doom and gloom here in regards to this roster. I talked about Jakob Pirtle a little bit, what he's going to bring. He gets a new deal from the Raptors as well. But I wouldn't be so quick to just want to start making moves and deals and stuff like that. I actually want to see what these guys are made of, what they can do when they're on the court with each other. I want to see that. I'm anxious to see that. And I just want to see what happens here. I want to see where this goes and what they can do and show us how they're going to be as a unit. We didn't see these guys at all as a unit. Like We saw all of the starting unit together for maybe just over one game or two games together in regards to minutes playing together. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy to me. And I mentioned to you that I was with Rob on Pensare Basketball, and he actually had the number of how long these guys played together. And it was, I can't remember what it was, but it was not a long period of time at all. It might have been 3 games together in minutes at most, and I'm being generous here, at most. So, folks, this is not doom and gloom here. This is not doom and gloom. We have to, especially how we're seeing all this stuff go down with Masai Ujiri, who I said will be on another podcast. I'll be talking about that. Especially now that he's not here, this is going to be something different. We don't know who the president is going to be, but right now we need to have the back of our players right now. It's a transition with the culture and organization. I don't know what it's going to be like in regards to the culture, if anything is going to change. Still room for improvement, obviously. But what it has become over these last 12, 13 years that Masai Ujiri was here, us as people in the media, we need to be behind our players, behind our team, behind our organization. And I'm not saying we can't call them out if we believe that they do something wrong. We could do that respectfully. We don't have to mince our words. We can say things with respect. But if things need to be addressed, damn it, we can address it. At least I can. I don't speak for anybody else. But if I got to say something, I'll say it. All right? And so overall, once again, to conclude this podcast with me being back talking about the state of the Raptors, no doom and gloom here. This is a good situation for the Raptors. They have something to prove, not only to the NBA and to their fans. These players have something to prove to themselves. They don't want another season like last season. I didn't like it. I don't think they liked it either. No one did. And we don't want to see that again. And so we are looking for more effort. We're looking for more stability. We're looking for more grit. And damn it, we're looking for more wins. All right? Folks, make sure, if you haven't already done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, drop your comments in there, because I want to do shows literally just based off your comments. And before I went into hiatus for the last month, I was getting a lot of good comments. And I want to do about 2 to 3 shows a week, hopefully 3. Maybe not as long as shows. Maybe some shows might be 5 to 10 minutes, 10 to 15. Nothing extremely long. You might get 20 minutes like I'm doing right now. But different subjects, different things. They're going to be just different stuff. Content, damn it, content. That's what it is really about. But get your comments down there so I can talk about them. Okay? At Mike Roach 7 on IG, at Mike Roach 23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, share, rate, everything. The Mike Roach Podcast. This felt good. This felt good. I'm glad to be back. Been up and down doing a lot of things, but felt good to be back on the microphone today. I'm looking forward to a lot of interactions with you, the people. Okay, you, the people, because without you, I would not be doing this. I'm doing it not just for me, definitely for you. So, folks, this is the Mike Roach Podcast, and I will be back again very soon. It's your boy, and I'm out.